This is the Born of Levi experience on G.O.C.C. Media.
Shalom, shalom. Peace and blessings, family. How we all doing tonight? I hope you all are having a great evening. Welcome back to the Born of Levi experience here on G.O.C.C. Media. I am your host, Deacon Hazak, and man, do I have a conversation for us tonight. So please hit that like button on your way in. Hit that like button. And also, please do me a favor. If you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel. Not only that, hit the bell for notification, because I'm noticing that a lot of people are not being notified when I'm on. So please hit that bell, brothers and sisters. And let me ask you, if I'm coming in nice and clear, please drop a quam in the chat for me, please. That's only if I'm coming in nice and clear. All right. We look like we're gonna get this. Listen, I'm jumping right in. I'm about to jump right into this thing. So much to talk about in so little time. Listen, I came straight from work and I jumped right into this seat. Took off my shirt, took off my work pants, I jumped right into the seat. Listen, y'all special, man. I didn't even get to eat yet. But listen, small price that I'm willing to pay to bring this forth, man. Welcome back. Listen, I'm jumping right in. So much to talk about. Y'all see the title, The Humbling of Black People. Yes, the humbling of black people. All right, it looks like I'm coming in nice and clear. I appreciate it. If my volume is too low, let me know as well, too. I'll try to adjust that. But I did the best I can. The volume is all the way max. I'm even showing red over here, so yeah. Right? We're going right in, right? It's titled The Humbling of Black People. And we're going to talk about this, and I want to jump right into this because I want, when people see the stream, they just get right into the conversation, right? And this broadcast was inspired by the recent conversations that you've all been noticing, whether it been on social media, right? Whether it been on the news, whether it been with the elders, right? We see what's happening on the political side of things, and I'm gonna touch on that just a little bit, right? And the past two episodes, or the past two shows that I've done concerning the pop the balloon madness, right? I was calling it the pop the balloon and find lust, because they're not finding no dang love on those shows. Straight lust and madness, right? Some people may debate me and say, well, they're really finding love. People are getting married. Like, I got to see more proof, right? But anyways, I've been noticing so much when it comes to our people, black and brown people. But that humbling is gonna start with all mankind eventually. But like the Most High says, like the scripture says, right, judgment starts at his tabernacle first. A lot of us probably don't even know that. And what does that even mean? That the Most High is going to start to correct, because he's going to correct the earth, but he's going to start with his people first. Because according to prophecy and according to how it's going to all unfold, his people are destined to rule in this next kingdom to come. So with that being said, it has to be understood that a broken people, right? A people with disorder, a lawless people cannot rule a kingdom. Just take a look at all of the nations that's running right now. As crazy as and as mad as the other nations are, one thing that we can't take away from them is the organization of their empires, of their government structure. There is a level of organization that comes with leading a kingdom. So the Most High can't just take a people from the hoods and the ghettos that have no clue of laws or no clue of running anything and then say, yeah, here, take a kingdom. I want y'all to rule it. It doesn't work like that. So there's a lot of reshaping that the Most High actually has to do, that he actually speaks about in scripture, that we're going to talk about today. So please hit that like button on your way in. Drive the traffic. So we got to talk about it. The humbling of black people. I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I definitely do. Where just operating in the world, whether you're at work, school, just walking around operating, I find it where correction or trying to correct people is almost non-existent. It's like we're living in a time where correction is being taken for hate or disrespect. I mean, you can't even reason with certain people in the world because the offense, like they're already looking for the offense. I don't know if you guys noticed that. Let me know, chat. Let me know if I'm just speaking air right now. But when it comes to correction and how everybody, and I'm more so catering this towards my people, black and brown people, Hispanic people, because we're the people with the attitude. Okay, it's like we're born with attitude. Like I'll show you. I could show you a baby picture of my second born son, and he was born with a screw face. His eyebrows like this, like, right? It's like we born with attitude, but it's nothing wrong with having a little attitude. Attitude is all right. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants someone who's bland or just monotone, right? But we have to learn as a people to take correction. And this is the reason why that humbling that the Most High is referring to in scriptures, when it comes, there's nothing that no one is going to be able to do to undo the humbling, because it's going to be so evident, and it's going to be so evident that people's going to have no choice but to concede to the new way of life. So let me do this. I want to read this scripture first before we start, just to set the tone, right? And part of my manners, how's everybody doing, man? I hope everybody's doing all right. I hope everybody had a great week thus far. I hope everybody got some rest. But if you haven't, praise the Most High, the Shabbat is coming up. And we'll all be able to get some rest for those who can rest, right? But if you're working in the temple like I am, you could kiss that rest goodbye. Okay? But I want to read this with y'all, and I want to see if I can make it big. Let me see if I can make it big on this screen. 1 second. And I wanted to read this scripture just to set the tone. Matter of fact, and even if I don't put it on the screen, I'm going to just take the time to read it first. Let me read it from my phone. I'll deal with the split screens and all of that later. But let me go to Isaiah chapter 2. And I'm going to read a couple of scriptures from the book of Isaiah that's fitting for this conversation. And like I said, once again, the topic of discussion tonight is the humbling of black people, right? And like I said earlier, the Most High says judgment begins at his sanctuary or his house first, meaning his people, starting from the men and then down to the woman, right? But let's deal with this real quick. I'm in Isaiah 2, if you want to follow along with me. Isaiah 2, verse 11. And I'm reading from the King James Version Bible. If you're reading any other version, it may sound a little different. You may want to convert to the King James Version Bible, right? So now, Isaiah chapter 2, verse 11, it says this. Listen to this clearly. It says the lofty looks. Y'all heard that? Yeah, and let's see what the word lofty means. Lofty in Hebrew, if I'm using the Strong's Concordance, and it gives you the definition of pride. Right? So there's a lot of prideful people on this earth. But it says, the lofty looks of man shall be humbled, and the haughtiness of men shall be bowed down, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. Because we're living in a time where everybody is exalting themselves. No one even thinks. And I wonder, in a city populated of people, how many people actually think about the Most High throughout their day? And really, like, when I say think of him, not just saying, oh my God, saying that as a phrase. I'm talking about actually thinking about the Most High and really thanking him and looking around and just admiring his work. Speaking to him and checking out your soul, yourself. I wonder how many people actually do that on a day-to-day basis. That's why he said that in that day, only he's going to be exalted. And I believe that humbling is gonna be to the point where you're going to have to acknowledge that the humbling is coming from a source outside of man for those who don't believe in him, right? It says, verse 12, it says, for the day, so I'm in the book of Isaiah chapter 2, verse 12 now. For the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud. That's what the scripture says. Everyone that is proud, everyone that is high-minded, everyone that's only thinking about themselves, everybody who has the mindset of being a separatist, right? It says, for that day, the Lord of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud and lofty, proud and prideful. That's a double whammy right there. And upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low. So that person, whether it be man or woman, shall be brought low at that time. And I believe that the way the Most High is going to do that is going to be through a reset. And when I say a reset, when you look at all of the stuff that we got going on, technology, social media, all of these things gives people a chip on their shoulder. People who never had a platform before to speak or to be a voice of reason for anything now have a place to speak because they have people watching them, hitting the heart and liking it and giving them a pat on the back like, yeah, you did good. Yeah, that outfit, you killed it. To the point where now people's head is so big, like they think they're actually celebrities. And for most, they are local celebrities in their neighborhoods or what have you. But because of technology has made it where you could boast, you could be prideful, you could show pride, and you could be lying. That's the crazy part. And it could go to your head. It could go to anyone's head. I don't know if I'm the only one that's noticing that. Right? Let me jump down. Let me read verse 17. Still in Isaiah 2 and 17, it says, and the loftiness of men shall be bowed down. Again, you see that? So everybody's going to be humbled. Something's going to happen where the Most High is going to have to humble the world. But mind you, like I said, judgment starts with who? Us first. And the funny thing about us, like we the most prideful people on this earth, and we're actually the base right now. We don't have nothing to show for the pride, but we just prideful. We boasting. You bought a $300 belt. And you want to show off the belt. You got a $200 pair of shoes. You want to show off the shoes. But then how you get home, you walk in those $200 shoes to try to get home. And that belt, you hang it up nice and neat but you ain't got nothing to eat in the house. And that's just on the law level. It says, and like I said, verse 17, the scripture says, and the loftiness of men shall be bowed down, and the haughtiness of men shall be made low, and the Lord alone shall be exalted in that day. Right? So the humbling of black people. And I'm already seeing how this is happening now. And like I said earlier, the Most High, the way he does it, he's starting with his people. And the way he's doing that, he's starting by reordering the structure of what he built from the beginning, which is man, woman, child, and then family. So the Most High is actually ordering that right under our noses, and I don't know if any of us is really paying attention. Like that show, that Pop the Balloon and Finding Lust thing, last week I was talking about that is a setback for our people. It's like the enemy is trying to get in front of what the Most High is already trying to instill in us or in his people. So back in 2020, I don't know if any of you guys also realize this as well. From 2019, 2020, there was a man by the name of Kevin Samuels. And I'm speaking about him like he was like 50 years ago. But back in 2019, 2020, there was a man named Kevin Samuels, and he was coming out and he was doing something that, like, it was like almost unheard of. Yeah, despite the profanity and whatever the case is, but what he was doing was actually speaking about the ills of our people, men and women, and getting people to check themselves before they have a list of requirements this high. Letting sisters know, and brothers as well too, that your level of requirements for somebody is not deserving because your standards or your situation is down here. So like I said, this was something that we've never seen, especially for men. Like men, we've never seen a situation where now men could now speak about the ills that's plaguing us as men, and also pointing out the errors in women. And that was like something brand new. And this thing just started taking a head of its own to now where we're seeing conversation. Like, let me put this on the screen, right? Give me 1 second. Let me show y'all this. I'll come back to the scriptures over here. I got to get that. To now where we're seeing conversations of men letting sisters know what they're looking for. Because before it was always men, you gotta chase the girl, you gotta wine and dine her, you gotta present her flowers. All those things is nice, it's cute, but is that real life? Is that real life? And now it from those conversations, it opened up the minds of brothers where now brothers' standards are now here now, when brothers' standards used to be like down here, because all you needed was a nice body, a cute face, your hair done. That's it. That brother was running behind you. But now it's like, yo, hold on, because when you take off that hair, you take off that makeup, you take off that dress, I'm left with this attitude. I'm left with this with this person that don't look like the person that attracted me. So now brothers are starting to wise up and understand, like, yo, without me here, where would you be? And granted, there's a lot, and because of those conversations, that actually made brothers step it up. Because before, brothers and we still got more work to do. But brothers were more nonchalant when it came to career, when it came to being a breadwinner, when it came to being the head of house. Brothers, they didn't really care too much. But because of these conversations, and now brothers' minds are being open, now is giving brothers a boost to be like, you know what, yo, I am a prize. I can provide this. I can. Matter of fact, my standards is higher now. I don't have to look at your outward appearance to trip me over anymore. And now, and what's happening too now, sisters is now actually realizing that you can't just win him over with your body anymore, with your pretty looks. And because of those conversations like these now are now happening. Let me play this one for you. And shout out to my aunt Nazar, who sent me this video, and I looked at it. I looked at the whole conversation. It's from I'm gonna tell you, it's from a podcast called the Daily Wrap-Up Crew. That's where it's from. It's from a podcast called the Daily Wrap-Up Crew. And the conversation, like, and I'm looking at this and I'm like, yo, like these conversations, we were never able to have these conversations in the past. Conversations like these were non-existent. And I'm so, and I praise the Most High. Let me clap it up. I praise the Most High that these conversations are happening, because we're up next, right? We understand that our kingdom is next. And our kingdom is going to be based off of the family structure. It's not going to be based off baby daddies, baby mamas. It's not going to be based off of, oh, I'm dating this person, or yeah, I had a one night stand with this person. Our kingdom is going to be based off of the first image that was created from the very beginning. So the Most High is actually allowing a lot of these conversations to take place, because these conversations wasn't happening before. And we were getting destroyed, and the enemy was having a field day with us being separate. The man fighting the woman not wanting to be submissive. And like I said last week, that word submissive is almost fighting words when it comes to when our women hear that word. Marriage is almost like the cross to vampires. Like, you say the word marriage, like, what, man? I had a conversation with a sister at my job, and you know, she I think she probably started the job like 2-3 years ago, whatever the case is. And from when I known her, she had a boyfriend, right? So now I noticed recently she had an engagement ring on her finger. So I was like, sis, you got engaged? And it was like, it was almost like I was pulling her teeth for her to tell me that she was engaged. It was crazy. And I'm like, you got engaged recently? And she was like, yeah, you know. I'm like, dang, it's about time. Like, and then she said, yeah, it was 13 years too long. I'm like, well, you might as well, you know what I mean? So, and then I was like, you ready? You ready for the married life? And the sister's talking to me like she got cold feet. I'm like, you've been with this person for 13 years, and now because you're engaged now, it's scary now? So what is it with marriage and our people that it's like we have a phobia with this thing? Right? So, like I said, these conversations are needed, because our kingdom, and especially the ones that's coming up after us, they need a better example, especially our younger sisters. Praise the Most High that the Most High is grabbing a lot of the younger sisters and changing their mindset. Because, like I said, the generations before us did not instill what we're seeing in us, what we're seeing right now. It's the Most High doing that. It's the Most High, where the Most High is allowing these new sisters that's coming up, learning how to be submissive, learning and understanding the importance of being a wife, not to be someone's play toy. And our sisters is understanding how to be modest, right? How to be chaste, how to be, what's that word in Titus 2? How to be discreet. Our sisters is learning, our younger sisters are learning, and this is why I want to have this conversation, because this is more so for y'all, for the next generation. Understand that a lot is riding on y'all, right? A lot is riding on y'all, and I understand that now. Well, I always understood that, but it's like it's getting more clearer. And I'm also looking at the children that's being born through this truth. And I'm looking at that and I'm like, yo, these children are going to have the best example of family. And I'm looking at them and I'm like, yo, these are the kingdom. This is the kingdom right here. This is what the Most High is getting ready to bring into the kingdom. None of that ratchet stuff that we seen on TV, that's not entering in. So the Most High is through us. The Most High is raising up these children, and they're seeing this example of how to be men for little boys, young boys, how to be women for the young and little girls, how to be a husband, they're learning these things through us. This is why we have to get it right. And this is why these conversations, as uncomfortable as it may make you feel, because of how tainted we all are, these conversations have to happen. Can't escape it. We have to be able to shoot straight. I should be able to tell you what you're lacking without you being upset, because whether you like it or not, you're going to have to take correction, whether it's going to be from me or from somebody else, or you just wait till the Most High do it. And we just read in Isaiah 2, the Most High said, I'm coming for all of y'all who's high-minded. And y'all don't want to take heed. Y'all don't want to go back to the family structure. I got something for y'all. So this is why I praise the Most High that conversations like these is happening now, right? I'm going to play it. And basically, so y'all see the title of this conversation. It says, Older woman revealed the uncomfortable truth about dating in your 30s. And of course, it's an uncomfortable truth, because you should not be dating in your 30s, especially for women. You should not be dating. You should be someone's wife. And this is why we have to have these conversations, so that way the younger generation do not fall into the same traps and pitfalls as the older generation. We cannot allow that. We have to set them up for success. So let's take a look at this. I'm so happy that these conversations are happening. Let me know if y'all guys hear it in the chat as well too.
It says, what are some difficulties dating in your 30s?
Can y'all hear that? Did y'all hear him speak? I don't want to be playing it and y'all didn't hear anything. Let me know in the chat real quick. Somebody let me know. Somebody said it's low, really low, volume up. All right, let me do something here. Let's try it again, because I don't want it to be low. I want you guys to hear it.
And is that even a thing? Do people still date?
I mean,
is that better? Is that better? I'm hearing that is really low. Matter of fact, am I low? Somebody said perfect. I'm hearing okay, a little better. Somebody said perfect. Let me see what I could do. Give me 1 second. It says you're fine. All right, you're great. All right, let's continue. All right. Let's hear this conversation, because I want you guys to be able to hear it.
So my next topic topic, it says, what are some difficulties dating in your 30s?
You mean, is that even a thing? Do people still date?
I mean,
non-existent.
Dating is non-existent? Why you say that?
Meaning like, oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I've been in a relationship for a really long time, like 14 years, and I'm engaged.
Got dog.
So I don't know what it is to date in my 30s. I feel
Okay, so now I'm hearing that I'm good, but the video is low. Give me 1 second. Let me figure this thing out. 1 second. I don't want you guys to miss this. I want you guys to miss out on what they're saying. Give me 1 second. All right, let's play it back now. Y'all should be able to hear it clearer now.
So my next topic, it says, what are some difficulties dating in your 30s?
You mean, is that even a thing? Do people still date?
I mean,
non-existent.
Dating is non-existent? Why you say that?
Meaning like, oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I've been in a relationship for a really long time, like 14 years, and I'm engaged.
Got dog.
So I don't know what it is to date in my 30s. I feel like sometimes, well, some of the friends that I have, they set their standards.
Okay, I hear what you guys saying. They're saying y'all saying it's really low.
Like, okay, I know I want this.
I'm trying to figure out why it's so low. Maybe this will help. Let's try it one more time. This is bad for TV. Let me know. I'm gonna do it now.
So my next topic, it says, what are some difficulties dating in your 30s?
You mean, is that even a thing? Do people still date?
I mean,
non-existent.
Dating is non-existent? Why you say that?
Meaning like, oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I've been in a relationship for a really long time, like 14 years, and I'm engaged.
Got dog.
So I don't know what it is to date in my 30s. I feel like sometimes, well, some of the friends that I have, they set their standards a little bit too high. So it's kind of like you date in your 20s, and then in your 30s, you're like, okay, I know I want this, and this. And you're looking for those 4, 5, 10 things maybe. And it's like, okay, you're kind of weeding tons of people out and not giving anybody chances because
99% of the
you know
population.
what I'm saying? Like your boundaries are just so high. So I don't think it's difficult in your 30s. I just feel like women need to be more open to.
When she said she's on my
Respectfully, you might have to sit this one out.
I'm happy that they had the other sister there who was actually married. So she was able to express that she don't know what it is to date in her 30s because she's actually married. But the other women, I believe, around her, yes, we're not married. So let's continue.
The ring on. You got the ring and everything.
I'm Millie,
Okay, I don't know who you are. Give me 1 second. Let me get rid of this person right here, right? So
content creator coach and
so apparently, like I said, they were there and they're gonna be expressing, especially the sister. Pay attention to the sister. I'll show you right now. It's the sister in the middle right here, this yellow or mustard color shirt, right? So I want you guys to hear her as well too, all right?
But let's not discount the fact that she just spit some facts just now. I ain't gonna lie to you.
No, you did.
It's true.
Okay, so when you say standards are too high, what do you mean?
Exactly what she just said.
Is it too high or too many?
I just want to know what the standards are. That they're your friends
I'm the friend.
Oh,
Well, we wasn't gonna say that, but you know what I mean? Like,
I was just talking about you.
So this is what I think. This is what I think you're trying to say. Because I know we talk all the time, and I tell you like, okay, I need this, I need that, I need that, I need that. The things that I'm saying are things that I already have, right? So for instance, I'm saying like, okay, I need someone who's established in their career, or at least a budding career, like something's happening. You know what I mean? Because that's what I have, right? I want someone who, you know, is ambitious because I'm ambitious. I want someone who has their own I don't need someone who has their own house like me, but like has their own place because, you know, I have a child. So if I want to get away from my child, I want to come to your place. but to me, or what is? Oh, when you be calling Zork scam. So, but besides the physical, I feel like short clipping.
You know, handsome. You know what I'm saying?
Black won't be colorist, but.
So basically, she's expressing what her standards are. So she's in her 30s and she's not married, right? But she's very successful, right? You can tell she's very successful. She says she has her own home. She owns a home. She has things going for herself, right? Very pretty, beautiful sister, right? But now, I don't know if you guys understand it the way I'm understanding it. I see it as her independence, like her being a breadwinner. It kind of made her where she should be here when it comes to with men. She's now like here, like right here, boom. So when you're like this head to head with another man, it's almost impossible to find a perfect match, because a lot of our women is already up here, and a lot of our men, because of the educational system being proportionately disadvantaged when it comes to education financially. There's a study that's out where the education for black boys is horrendous when it comes to their peers in their same age and grade, as far as the white counterparts, the Chinese counterparts, the Arabs. So as African American males being raised in America, a lot of the opportunities that are afforded to the other races are not really afforded to black young men. And that's done by design to keep us under. So now, if you have a system where the African American or the young black boys are not being educated to succeed in the future and become successful in their future, you're gonna have the woman and you incentivize the young black girls these programs, and you excel them far past the men. When that young girl becomes of age, she's gonna surpass all of the boys in her class. So it's like when she's gonna be looking, she can't find nobody. So what do you think what do you think actually happens to our sisters in those kind of classes? They look at other races of successful men, and they go that way. And I'm telling y'all, it was done by design. This was strategic, but it worked. Now we have large numbers of our sisters in their 30s, in their late 40s, and can't find men because they're so successful, and they've surpassed all of the young men that they grew up with. And it's sad, because now she has all these standards and requirements, and there's really no brothers like that. It's like a few brothers who meet those criterias.
I like them all.
I think that my standards is that I'm looking for a partner, right? In this day and age, in my big age.
See, first red flag, she said, I'm looking for a partner. Partner means equal. If you guys didn't understand, like, I know we like to say, yeah, my wife, yeah, that's my partner. My husband, yeah, that's my partner. Nah, your wife is your wife. Your husband is your husband. A partner is a business partner, someone that I'm going half and half with, right? That's the mindset of our women, and that has been by design. They were taught to be equal to a man. It's not, according to the scriptures, that's not the way of the Most High. But
I need a partner because I am doing everything on my own. Like, I got it. I got this, right?
You see, I'm doing everything on my own. I got this. So now, there's nothing wrong for us to be successful like how she is, but it kind of made her. It kind of made her almost unapproachable, because a lot of brothers probably in her age are not as successful as she is. She's doing this on her own. You have a home, you have probably a car, different businesses. Well, a brother can't match up to that.
So if you come into my life, what are you adding to it? If you're not adding, then you're subtracting. So to me, it's like I'm not looking for a lot. I'm just looking to match me. Like, what's up? Like you, like what you got going on?
Y'all heard that? And I'm sorry that I keep pausing it. I'm sorry, but she said, "Yo, I need somebody to add to me." And you see, with that mindset, our sisters was been taught that they could be equal to a man, and a man is supposed to add on to them. Yeah, of course, but the purpose of a woman is to be the help unto a man. So now, instead of her trying to fit in and trying to see where can she help a man, she's looking for a man to come in and add to her. When that wasn't a man's purpose. That's a woman's purpose. So this is what I'm saying. And this is why when I seen this video, I'm like, yo, I'm seeing how the Most High is going to have to humble a lot of these people. Right? It's even the men. I'm gonna get to them first. But I just wanted to play this video just to show the mindset of where we at right now as a people and what the Most High is getting ready to do. Because this conversation right now, it needed to be had.
Yeah.
But I feel like.
So what are the difficulties?
The difficulties is finding that.
Yeah.
That is the difficulties. And then when you. But for me, I'm telling you, I feel like I intimidate a lot of men because they feel like, oh, she got this, she independent, she don't need nobody, she don't need me. But people want damsels in distress. But I mean, yeah. They want damsels in distress.
But I thought that's what you was, though.
No, but I'm on paper, I'm not. Mm-hmm. But if we're dating, I am.
So tell me this. I'm just gonna throw this back to you.
She said, on paper, I'm not a damsel in distress, a damsel in distress. But if we're dating, she gonna make herself lower than you? I don't understand, because the way I'm looking at it, the way it sounds to me, when things go left, she could just up and leave and be like, yo, I don't really need you, brother. Like, I got my own stuff. So how are you, like, you understand what I'm saying? It don't make sense. Like, in her mind, it makes sense, but when you scripturally, it don't make sense. And this is why a lot of our sisters, they're so successful to the point where, yo, I don't need a man. But in their subconscious, they want a man. You have to have one. You were designed to have one. You came from him. You came from us, right?
Mm-hmm. Come to the mic. Or bring the mic closer. We want the people to hear you.
Hello.
Like, loud and clear. Like.
I got something to say. What are you giving off?
Okay, so I can tell this because somebody said this, what I was giving off, right?
Okay.
Was giving off that I was showing off. Was like I was throwing things in their face. Like I was being like, oh yeah, because I got a house, I got a car, I got this, I got that, I got that. And it came off like, well, then what you need a man for? Like that's what, you know, but it's like,
I don't like it's showing it's more like you're secure and you know exactly what you want, but then at the same time, you can't really expect to have all of those things because you have to give people chances. You know what I mean?
Like, and you also 100%. Competing with the other women. Like, you have to understand that, dating is a competition. So if you want the caliber of man you want, he probably has the bulk of options. So now you're competing with the marketplace right now. So that means younger women.
And you see, brothers are saying, it's talking like that. He said, now you have all of this, but you got to also understand that you could be competing as well, too. You're competing. You're competing between all of the other sisters who got other things going on. Like other sisters her age, probably without a kid. And successful brothers is probably looking at them. So, matter of fact, let me let you hear what she says. She said, take me off the roster because she don't want to compete.
Older women. Wait, what did you say?
She said take off the roster.
How they gonna take you off the roster?
She don't want to compete.
I'm not competing. I'm not competing.
So exactly. So then you can't complain about the type of men if you don't want to compete.
No, I'm not complaining. I'm just telling you what's happening. Why it's not happening. Why I'm not dating.
That's like the difficulty.
That's the difficulty.
The difficulty is that you don't want to compete for a man.
No, absolutely not. Yeah, like if it's between me and someone else, pick her.
Yeah. So do you expect the man to compete for you then?
No, because there's no I'm not okay.
So when you date, you just date that one person.
That's how I am. Like if I'm talking to you, my schedule is packed, jam packed. I can't be talking to Bob, Jim, and Joe. Like I had no time.
That ain't sound like no black people in this.
I feel like maybe yes, my child has a lot to do with it, but I also feel like
as a single mother,
yeah.
You have a separate list, is what you're saying.
I do. I think my time is tighter. Like I've heard things like I'm selfish because I don't want to make time, or I don't know how to compromise my time. But I feel like if you're talking to me, and you already know, I make it all clear. Y'all know, I'm telling you, this is what I come with. I have a child, I have a career, I have this, I have that. I do want to date, but this is my time constraints. If that's cool with you, let's do this. If not, no problem. Back up. We good. But when you say yes, okay, I could work with that. And then when I kind of give you like, hey, I'm free on Monday at this time, and you be like, okay, I'll let you know. I'm not
that nigga, he probably been waiting around for 3 weeks, and you like, yeah, you know what? I'm probably almost.
So to date that sister, you have to be on her time. Yeah, I'm free Monday. If you're not free Monday, she don't want nothing to do with you. And this is what I'm saying. Like, is that fair? Is that fair? Is that a realistic expectation for a brother who's successful, who you think? To me, it sounds like she just wants a brother to be on at her doorstep whenever she wants him to be there, and they don't work like that. And these brothers on the panel, they're able to express that to her. But for some reason, she's still not getting it because you know why? Like I said, technology and also these careers, these jobs that's out here. That where sisters are making way more than men and they like, yo, I'm good. But what's going to happen when these jobs no longer exist? When the Most High takes that from man, the loftiness of man. When the Most High strips you from all of that, what are you left with? And this is what our people are not thinking about, but the Most High is going to do that humbling real soon.
It's available on this Monday.
So if you free on Monday at 3 p.m. and I'm not free on Monday at 3 p.m., that's a problem?
No, it's not a problem. But let's say you are free on Monday at 3 p.m. And then you call me at 3:30 and be like, what's up? Yeah, no. Like, I can't do that with you. Okay. You know? Yeah, I can't do that. So my difficulty in my 30s is that I feel like, and maybe I'm going a little bit deep, but I feel like Black women have succeeded and have kind of pushed themselves a lot more because, our mothers, our fathers, like, oh, you got to do this. You don't need to depend on no man. You got to be independent, right? So we're so independent that now we're not finding men that are as independent as us.
Oh, man.
And you see, I'm so happy that she the thing is with her, she's successful and she's smart. She understands that. She understands that she knows that she's ahead of other brothers. Right? She knows that. And she even said that it was her parents who pushed her like, yo, you don't want to depend on no man. You make sure you go out and get it. And that was the mindset that was given to our sisters in the early 80s and 90s. Now look at them now. Majority of them. Some single mothers are probably still instilling that into their daughters. And that is very destructive because they're going to end up on these shows. Probably pop the balloon and all of this stuff. Trying to find a man in your 30s after you done had all the success and everything and your best years is done. And like I said, this conversation was a great conversation. I listened to it was like about 30 something minutes. I listened to the whole thing. It was some jewels in there that was dropped in there. It was really nice. But I was seeing this conversation and I'm like, yo, I was almost in awe because I'm like, yo, conversations like this was non-existent. Now sisters are openly coming out and speaking about how, yo, it's hard to find a man. It's hard to do these things, but they're missing the key component. They're missing what the structure is supposed to be anyways. Like I said, like the way she was painting it, she wanted a brother to be there when she was ready. You know what I'm saying? And you got to have all this checked off. Right? So, matter of fact, I want to get more from this conversation because it was really good because I got other videos I want to play, but I don't want to be too long-winded. Matter of fact, I'm going to come back to that. I'm definitely going to come back to that. I'll come back to this, right? But let me show y'all this. Let me find this real quick. Give me 1 second. Let me see if I can find this real quick. Right here. Yes. All right. So that was one part of it, right? Now let's look at this. I seen this posted on my Ox story. Shout out to my Ox Al. Right? So look at this. This was posted by, what's his name? Larry Johnson, ex-football player, right? For some reason it's not allowing me to make the screen big. Give me 1 second. But yeah, here it goes. I'm trying to make the screen big for y'all so y'all could see and hear what he says. So he says in this post, the robots are coming. I wonder what that means, right? Let's hear what he's talking about. The robots are coming.
Yeah. So there's a lot of people from my last video saying that nothing's coming, nothing's gonna happen. I'm paranoid. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna tell you like this. This is where I'm working, okay? I'll read that. That's where I'm working right now. The man who owns that company, I'll say Shelon Tusk. You know, y'all know Shelon Tusk. Find the rhyme, the rhythm. He has us working 12-hour shifts, 7 days a week. I'm an electrician. I wire up all the machinery that they're using to build the trucks. I'm wiring up all the machinery that they are using to build these robots, okay? We are working 12 hours, 7 days a week. I have worked for TikTok. I have worked for Amazon. I have worked for Samsung. I have worked for Fortune 500 companies all year. Nobody is pushing their people like this, okay? 12-hour shifts. He is trying to complete this for something. I promise you, bro, soon as these robots go online, it will kill 80% of the job force. All you people driving trucks in restaurants who don't think this can happen in Japan, they already have robots serving tables.
You hear what he said? He said he's working 12 hours a day and Elon Musk is pushing them to finish this project. So he could finish wiring up these robots that he's coming out with. I think the name, if y'all know it, put it in the chat. I think the name of that robot is called Autonomous or Autonomon, something like that, some weird name. And I seen what it looked like. That thing looked like one of them robots from iRobot with Will Smith. Yeah, Optimus. Is it Optimus? Listen, I'm gonna look it up right after this. It looked just like the robots from iRobot. That's how crazy it is. And here it is. He's saying that once this place is built and they're able to have their robots, it's gonna kill 80% of the workforce. And he said it's already happening in Japan.
They already have nurses that are being robotically projected from monitors to help patients. Your job is not safe, okay? 80% of the workforce will be killed by these robots. And soon as he puts these AIs inside of these robots, I promise you, bro, they will think, be smarter, faster, and they do not need to sleep, bro. We call in. I called in 3 days ago because I worked 6 days straight. Robots don't do that, and that's what they are pushing for, bro. Have you sitting at home with the real ID, with your Fed Now money, taking free governmental universal income, slave, bro. Victim to the system, bro. They do not want you out here moving how you want. They do not want you collecting resources. They don't want you to do anything without their knowledge, bro. They want to track every transaction. They want to track your whereabouts. They want to know what you're thinking, bro. And all they want to do is monetize and commercialize that. It's that mark of the beast. The mark of the beast is taking things that should not be for money or for sale and making them for sale, like your soul, love, things of that nature, bro. And y'all say that it's not coming, bro. It's right around the corner. I promise you, bro, this is coming. Where I'm working right now has proven that. This man sends drones on the top of the buildings, drones inside the building to count how many people are working at all times. This is not a game, bro. I'm telling you, this is just his company, bro. Imagine what they're doing. Like Facebook, all these companies are together. They're acting like they're competitors. They're not. They all have one agenda, bro. And each of them are doing their part. I promise you.
So y'all heard that? Y'all heard that? So while our people is over here popping the balloon, trying to find lust, whatever it is, women still have their standards yay high. Men are still not getting their act together and not getting jobs, not getting careers. They're looking to take the jobs that's keeping that sister independent and that's keeping that brother from getting the job, whatever the case is, and being something. And now all we're going to be left with is what? Nothing. So that humbling is going to happen. All of these, he just said that they got robots in place of nurses where a patient could just talk to the screen and be diagnosed. Like what? So, and guess what? A lot of our sisters is nurses, doctors, and all of this. Can you imagine losing your job to a robot? So with this, I'm seeing this gonna affect a lot of brothers as well too. So if you brothers is not like, or if you are on a job, especially if you have a skilled trade, you should be practicing that skilled trade, not just on the job, but outside of work, like retaining something, learning how to build. And even if you're not in the skilled trade job, you should be learning how to use your hands for something. Learning how to build, learning YouTube University before it's too late. I'm telling you, anything that you want to learn, I'm talking to the brothers, you young men, anything you want to learn is literally at your fingertips. Literally. If I told you what I've learned to do from YouTube alone, you wouldn't even believe me. All right, let me tell you a quick story. I learned how to drive a stick shift car using YouTube. You don't believe me? Ask anybody that knows me. And guess what I did? Never drove a stick shift car in my life. Never. And this was about what, 3-4 years ago. I never drove a stick shift car in my life. I didn't even know what to do. Constantly was watching videos. All right, got the mechanics down, but just watching it. I didn't have a car to practice. You know what I went and did? I went into a dealership, Honda, and I leased a brand new stick shift car as Honda SI for all my car guys. I leased a 2018 the 2018 Honda SI stick shift, and and coupe. I was like, yeah, I want this car right here. They was like, you know how to drive stick? I was like, nah. And I was like, no. They was like, so how are you gonna leave the lot with this car? I said, I've been watching videos. And they was like, yeah, you sure? I was like, all right. So on the day I went to go pick up the car, the whole showroom came to see me leave the lot with this brand new car. And guess what? I'm replaying the video in my head. All right, so just clutch in, put it in first gear, ease off the clutch, give it gas, and we're out of here. And in a matter of months, if you see what I was doing with that stick shift car, and that was just me just watching videos, learning that. And there's other things that I've learned through YouTube as well too. So if you don't have a skill in 2024 and YouTube is free, shame on you. Because when them robots come and the Most High and the Most High does that humbling, what are you gonna have to do? What have you acquired with the knowledge that He's given you? What are you gonna be able to do? So it's upon you, brothers, you younger brothers. Don't waste your time on video games. Playing 12 hours a day on a game. That doesn't make any sense. I have a system right here. You think I play it? Only if I have the time, when I find the time. And it'd be like the most 30 minutes if I can. Wasting your time on a video game or things that does not matter, like sports, when you could be doing something productive or sitting down. Instead of you watching that game, you should be watching a video that's going to help you progress. Because I'm telling you, you do not want to be caught, like they say in the world. You don't want to be caught with your pants down when there's nothing, when the lights is off and the lights turn back on. You ain't got nothing to show. You ain't got nothing to do. You can't do anything. And this and I'm telling you, you have to put yourself as a young man in a better predicament to not have anybody, no sister, no nobody, talk bad about you or say you're not qualified or you're underqualified. And like we heard the sister said, she said that she know that there's not enough brothers her age that's as independent as her. Why is that? Because all they want to do is play their video game. They want to just hang out. You want to smoke weed, right? You want to watch the game. You want to scroll on Instagram all day, not doing nothing productive. You don't want to get a job talking about something. Yeah, Babylon is falling. I'm telling you, that video, he's proof. He's working for Tesla itself. And they're trying to bring these robots online. That's going to take a lot of these jobs. So now, and you sisters that have these high-paying jobs, you're working at it, you're working behind a desk. Ain't nothing for a robot to come and do what you doing. We already seen that they already started outsourcing a lot of the telemarketer jobs overseas. I call Capital One. I'm seeing a bill on my credit card. I'm like, what is this? I call Capital One. I'm hearing some Indian talk. Yeah, hello, sir. Can I help you with your? What do you like to be? Can I transfer you to customer service? Like, what? Can I speak to someone who speaks English? I'm sorry, sir. I do understand. I'm sorry. I'm sure. What? They're outsourcing our jobs overseas. They outsourcing our jobs overseas, right? To these Indians. Speaking of Indians, and like I said, no offense to any East Indians if you are watching, but listen, man, I don't be understanding y'all dialect. I'd rather speak to somebody who speaks like me. I'm just being honest, but that's showing you that, they're trying to, and look, I'm gonna show y'all through this video I'm about to play right now. They're trying to dismantle this country. And Elder Rawchaa was dropping it on Tuesday. He had me dying. We're finished as a people. When what's her name? When Kamala Harris came out, and to introduce her, they had Megan Thee Stallion come out, and this is how you know they don't care anything about us. Like, just send out Megan Thee Stallion. You think we care about Megan Thee Stallion when we're suffering in the ghettos, in the hood? But speaking of Indian, I don't know if any of y'all seen this. This was yesterday, matter of fact. I watched this whole thing, right? Former President Trump fiery discussion at NABJ, National Association of Black Journalists. I just found out what that was, right? Forum in Chicago. So they invited him there. But no, I want y'all to notice the panel. The black women.
As journalists, we use opportunities like these both to inform our reporting, but also to help voters understand the choices that they face in a consequential and historic election year. NABJ has partnered with PolitiFact to fact-check this conversation in real time. You can access that feed on social media.
So mind you, everything that's going to be said on this particular conversation is being fact-checked live. And Donald Trump comes to speak to 3 black women. And when I'm watching this, I'm like, yo, where's the black men talking to him? Why I got to be black women talking to this guy? They got the black woman talking to the white man. And I'm telling y'all, this whole fiasco that happened yesterday, this was just to make him look bad. You bring a white man to an all black panel, and you're supposed to receive some type of sympathy from him. But this was all a smear campaign as well too. They're very strategic. But Donald Trump, y'all can say what y'all want to say about him. He's not as dumb as y'all may think he is. The man is 82 years old. He have some type of wisdom, and the Most High put him in that position anyways. So y'all could hate him, but he's more smart. He's smarter than what y'all think. And the way matter of fact, listen.
Using the hashtag #NABJFactCheck. Again, the hashtag is #NABJFactCheck. We have a lot to get to, and we do not want to waste any time. So let's bring out the former president of the United States, the Republican nominee for president, former President Donald Trump.
And I wonder if he actually picked that beat to come out with, or they did that. Of course, nobody cheers. Nah, but listen, I watched this whole thing. Man, he gave it to these sisters on this panel. I don't know why I don't know what made them think to invite this man and speak to him. This man has no filter and he does not care. But like I said, this was you bring him to an audience of all black people to try to smear his campaign, of course. But look.
Thank you. How are you? Mr. President, we so appreciate you giving us an hour of your time. I want to start by addressing the elephant in the room, sir. A lot of people did not think it was appropriate for you to be here today. You have pushed false claims about some of your rivals, from Nikki Haley to former President Barack Obama, saying that they were not born in the United States, which is not true. You have told 4 congresswomen of color who were American citizens to go back to where they came from. You have used words like animal and rabid to describe black district attorneys. You've attacked black journalists, calling them a loser, saying the questions that they ask are, quote, stupid and racist. You've had dinner with a white supremacist at your Mar-a-Lago resort. So my question, sir, now that you are asking black supporters to vote for you, why should black voters trust you after you have used language like that?
Yo, that's so crazy. You see, y'all see what she did? She painted and mind you guys, they go to school to do this stuff, the psychology. You're speaking to an audience of black people, and then you say all of these negative things that he supposedly said about black people. Even if he did say, okay, who cares, whatever, right? You said it. We say bad things about each other all the time. We've done worse to our own. So she painted this bad picture of this man, and then asked him in front of these people, in front of these black people, why should you get the black vote? Yo, she's cold. She's cold-blooded. But now let's look at how he responds. And that's what I'm saying. They're dismantling this place. The Most High is allowing them to dismantle this place before the humbling. This is why you can have a panel of 3 black women addressing this white man. You would have never seen that in earlier times. Towards the end of this whole thing, you got a black I'm not even gonna say black, because we know she's not black. She's Indian, but she's playing the role of a black woman running for president. You would have never seen that in any strong nation. Never have you seen a woman king, a woman president, and if America allows that to happen, understand that the Most High is allowing this to be dismantled for the humbling. It's only right, because what?
Well, first of all, I don't think I've ever been asked a question in such a horrible manner, a first question. You don't even say, hello, how are you? Are you with ABC? Because I think they're a fake news network, a terrible network. And I think it's disgraceful that I came here in good spirit. I love the black population of this country. I've done so much for the black population of this country, including employment, including opportunity zones with Senator Tim Scott of South Carolina, which is one of the greatest programs ever for black workers and black entrepreneurs. I've done so much, and and I say this, historically black colleges and universities were out of money, they were stone cold broke, and I saved them, and I gave them long-term financing.
Why didn't she mention all of this before she just disrespected the man? And like I say, every time I speak to somebody about this man, I'm like, yo, why you don't like Donald Trump? Because he's racist. That's all. He's a bad man. Like what? So you don't know somebody bad in your neighborhood? Like he's the only person in government who's racist? What about Kamala? You don't think she's racist? I'm gonna keep playing this, but I put up a post on my Instagram, and it's catching steam, and a lot of people is in the comments debating each other, fighting, whatever the case is. Somebody put a comment that says, all I care about is what the person said? All I care about is voting for someone who looks like me. Hold on, I gotta make the screen bigger for that, because somebody had the nerve to post that. I'm not gonna respond. I'm letting them fight in the comments. But somebody said, all I care about is voting for someone who looks like me. When I seen that, I was like, we're done. Like, we're finished. You don't care about the policies that this person is going to put, but you care about that fact that they look like you. This is 2008 all over again. It's crazy how people think.
And nobody else was doing it. I think it's a very rude introduction. I don't know exactly why you would do.
Is he wrong for saying that? Wasn't that a rude introduction? You start off the conversation by saying all of the negative things that he supposedly said about black people and want him to respond. Come on, man. But look who they put up to do it. Our sisters. The strong, independent black woman.
Do something like that. And let me go a step further. I was invited here, and I was told my opponent, whether it was Biden or Kamala, I was told my opponent was going to be here. It turned out my opponent isn't here. You invited me under false pretense. And then you said you can't do it with Zoom. Well, where's Zoom? She's going to do it with Zoom, and she's not coming. And then you were half an hour late. Just so we understand, I have too much respect for you to be late. They couldn't get their equipment working or something
Mr.
was
President,
wrong.
I would love
So you see, he's going to tell the truth. They trying to sabotage his image. Made him look like he came late when they started late. They couldn't get the equipment together. They had to lie to get him there. So he's not dumb. He in his mind, he's like, all right, y'all gonna make me look like the bad guy, so I'm gonna spill the beans first before y'all could do it. That's smart.
It's a very nasty question. I have answered the question. I have been the best president for the black population since Abraham Lincoln. That's my answer.
Better than President Johnson, who signed the Voting Rights Act.
For you to start.
You heard what he said? He said, I have been the best president for black people since Abraham Lincoln. Because believe it or not, Abraham Lincoln had slaves. I don't think he got slaves. You know what I'm saying? So listen, y'all can say what y'all want to say about him. He's not as dumb as y'all think.
Start off a question and answer period, especially when you're 35 minutes late because you couldn't get your equipment to work in such a hostile manner. I think it's a disgrace.
Let me just ask a follow-up, sir, and then we'll move on to other questions here. Some of your own supporters, including Republicans on Capitol Hill, have labeled Vice President Kamala Harris, who is the first Black and Asian American woman to serve as vice president.
Now she's Black and Asian? This is crazy. She's Black and Asian now.
And be on a major party ticket as a DEI hire. Is that acceptable language to you? And will you tell those Republicans and those supporters to stop it?
How do you define DEI? Go ahead. How do you define
diversity, equity, inclusion?
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Is that what your definition?
That is
give me a definition then. Would you give me a definition
DEI.
of that? Give me a definition of
Sir,
that.
I'm asking you a question,
No,
a
you
very
have to
direct
define
question.
it. Define it for me if you
I
would.
just defined it, sir. Do you believe that vice...
He really, in his mind, he's like, I'm gonna destroy these sisters who talking to me crazy. Like, he don't care. This man just doesn't care. And I think the Most High is putting the perfect piece in place to show like, I don't care about none of this.
Vice President Kamala Harris is only on the ticket because she is a Black woman.
Well, I can say, no, I think it's maybe a little bit different. So I've known her a long time indirectly, not directly very much. And she was always of Indian heritage, and she was only promoting Indian heritage. I didn't know she was Black until a number of years ago when she happened to turn Black, and now she wants to be known as Black. So I don't know.
He's not dumb. He's doing this because he know a lot of Black people will be watching this. And he's letting you know without indirectly letting people know that she's not even a Black woman. So if y'all gonna vote for someone who think is Black, think again, because he's telling y'all, he's smart. Y'all not gonna smear my campaign thinking that I'm gonna just let y'all do it. He's very intelligent.
No, is she Indian or is she Black?
She has always identified as a Black woman. She went to a historically Black college.
I respect either one, but she obviously doesn't, because she was Indian all the way, and then all of a sudden she made a turn and she became a Black person.
Just to be clear, sir, do you believe that she is...
I think somebody should look into that too when you continue in a very hostile, nasty tone.
It's a direct question.
This guy is hilarious, man. He's not jacking them at all. He's really not. When I seen this, I was like, this is the representation for America. These Black women with y'all girl Kamala or Kamala, however you want to pronounce it. And he aired it out for the world to see. And this was on Raw News, Fox. I don't know what this is. So millions of people seen this. And a lot of people are starting to understand that she's not even Black. She's Indian. And I don't think any other politician ever did that. He exposed it. So he knows what's going on. But he's not gonna let them play the game on him. But as you can see, right? We're seeing the dismantling. We're seeing the dismantling of this economy, of whatever you want to call this. We're seeing the dismantling. Hold on, I gotta read this, because the Most High even said that he will allow this to happen. Jeremiah 31:22, right? It reads this. It says, "How long wilt thou go about, O thou backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man." You see that? It says a woman shall compass a man. So now let me bring it back. Where we was at here? I want y'all to see something here. A woman shall compass a man. Look at this panel right here. Look at this panel right here. It's as if we don't have no male representation. Like they couldn't find any black men to come and speak to this man. And this is the reason why he's dealing with them like this, because never in a million years this would have been allowed to happen in politics. A woman speaking to a man like this, and not just anyone, a black woman. Black women. So what the Most High said is going to happen is happening. That, I'm going to read it again. It says Jeremiah 31:22. It says, how long wilt thou go about, O thy backsliding daughter? For the Lord hath created a new thing in the earth. A woman shall compass a man. So the Most High actually allowed, or is allowing women to compass a man. But that's all by design, because and like how we read earlier, how the Most High is gonna bring down the lofty, those who prideful. Oh, I did all this by myself. I don't need this. I got my own money. Matter of fact, I'm more educated than you. Oh yeah? All right, I'll let you compass the man. I'll let you surpass him. You go as high as you want. Matter of fact, speak to your oppressor however you feel like you want to speak to your oppressor. Because at the end of the day, the Most High word will not come back to him void. So look, let's go to Isaiah chapter 3. Y'all remember this? And I feel like we're seeing the setup of this, right? Isaiah 3, I'm going to start at verse 18 for y'all, right? Look at this. And it reads, in that day the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet, and their calls, and their round tires like the moon. This is speaking about the Most High taking away the things that make the daughters of Zion beautiful. Their accessories. You know how sisters love accessories. And I would never forget 2020. When I was driving down the street, and I've seen a line down the block, and I'm thinking that, wait, hold on, everything is locked down. Like, it was Jordan. They just released a pair of Jordans. Then I'm looking at the line, and it's just nothing but sisters on that line with head ties on. I'm like, yo, what's going on? And I get to the front of the line. I would drive. I get to the front of the line. It's a beauty supply store. They were lined up for some beauty supplies because it's COVID. Like, you can't get, nothing was readily coming in. So the Most High already gave a glimpse of how he's going to do that. See, he says, in that day will I take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments. That's coming. About their feet, and their calls, and their round tires like the moon. The chains, and the bracelets, and the mufflers. The bonnets, and the ornaments of the legs, and the headbands, and the tablets, and the earrings. The rings and the nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel, and the mantles, and the wimples, and the crisping pins, the glasses, and the fine linen, and the hoods, and the veils. So the Most High is saying that he's gonna take these things away, because some people might want to say, yeah, this was past tense. Yeah, he took that away from them for a time in slavery, sent them on the ships, but he gave it back to the daughters of Zion. And y'all cannot say he did not give it back to y'all. I'm seeing sisters with all type of accessories, rings, eyelashes, makeup, all of this looking nice. But when 2020 hit and that beauty supply store was shut down, he took that away for a time. But it says in that day, he's going to take it away completely. So now what's going to happen? What's going to happen in that day? And the Most High said, I'm allowing the woman to compass a man. And the Most High is only allowing that to happen to bring them back down. Men and women. But he got to start at our sanctuary first. But like Paul said it wasn't Adam that sinned first. It was the woman. This is why, yeah, we address the men, but we also addressing the sisters, because he allowed the sisters to compass the man. And for you younger sisters who's watching this, you have the opportunity right now to not give in to being tainted with whatever you may have picked up from your siblings who's older than you, from anybody. Allow the Most High to correct you through these scriptures. Look, Isaiah 4:1, it says, the next chapter over, he says, and in that day, 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, we will eat our own bread. What does that mean? Listen, we could eat our own bread. We could make our own food. Listen, I'll wash my own clothes. He says, we will eat our own bread. We will wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach. So now some of them might say, what does that reproach mean? What is that reproach? What are they trying to take away? Look, let me go back a chapter. What is that reproach? Look at this. I'm gonna go back to verse in Isaiah 3, right? Where it says, where it is. Matter of fact, no. Go back to Isaiah chapter 4. What is that reproach, right? Look, I'm gonna jump down. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read verse 2. Right? So there's something that sisters want, that they would want that reproach. Right? They want that reproach. It says, in that day, verse 2, in that day, the branch of the Lord be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel. And it shall come to pass that he that is left in Zion and he that remaineth in Jerusalem shall be called holy, even every one that is written among the living in Jerusalem. When the Lord, listen to this now. What is the reproach? When the Lord shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion, and shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof by the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of burning. So what is that washing away of the filth of the daughters of Zion? Are they dirty, physically dirty? No. The brainwashing. And there's only one way how the Most High is going to be able to wash away that filth, that brainwashing. Because he said in verse 1 that they want that reproach to be removed. What is that reproach? What is that reproach? And we seen that sister talking about it earlier. Being 30 and not married. Being in your 30s and dating and can't find a man. Because why? The brainwashing. So the Most High have to actually wash away that filth or that brainwashing that is on our sisters and even on our brothers as well too. But there's something that has been done to our sisters to make them feel like, okay, I can compass a man. It's okay. I don't have to. I'm good. I got it. So the Most High have to wash away that filth. Take away that reproach. Because why? Like I said in the beginning of the broadcast, this kingdom is not going to be operated by baby mamas and baby daddies. It's not going to be operated by harlots and whoremongers as men. It's not going to be operated by, oh, well, y'all could do the thing over here. We men building over here, and the sisters, yeah, it's girl power over here. That's not the kingdom that's coming. So, of course, the humbling is going to have to be where the Most High brings everything back in complete order. God Christ, man, woman, and child. And this is why we're seeing this phenomenon of men now speaking and understanding their worth, understanding their value, and trying to and because of these conversations, trying to get themselves in order. So that way you don't gotta worry about me not being on your level. I'm working on me right now. And I'm so happy that the Most High is raising up brothers in this truth, where a lot of the younger men who's being raised up, they're not moved by just a pretty face. You can't move me by that no more. Before, yeah. But now I'm focused on my purpose. I'm focused on my mission. Because what good is me chasing your pretty face and I can't provide for that pretty face? I got to get me in order first before I do anything. So the Most High is already doing that humbling. And what I'm saying to my younger brothers and sisters, start correcting yourself now. Because we're seeing what's on display. We're seeing what's on display. We're seeing where this is heading. Hold on. We're seeing where this is heading. This is where we heading. Huh? This is where we heading. The Most High said, in that day, a woman shall compass a man. And I want to ask y'all. Y'all think the other nations is not laughing at us right now? What y'all think? I'm going to ask the chat real quick. Y'all think the other nations is laughing at us right now? Or we good? They laughing at us. A country is only as strong as their leader. I want you guys to understand that. And like how Elder Rawchaa was saying it, Elder Rawchaa was saying it, how convenient at the end of this, they got, at the end of the daughter of Babylon, they got an actual daughter of Babylon she's literally a daughter of Babylon. This is crazy. You can't make this up. None of us could make this up even if we tried. Like, for anybody to say that the scriptures is man-made, like, yo, you haven't read it. That's why. Here we are, we living in a place the Most High calls the daughter of Babylon. And at the end, and towards the end of this whole thing, we got an actual daughter of Babylon running. And for those of you who don't know what a daughter of Babylon is, if we was living in ancient times, she would be from the descendants of the descendants of Babylon. Right? From Elam, Ham, right? The other nations is laughing at us. But this is all by the Most High's design, where he's allowing us to have these conversations so that way we could fix ourselves before he come in and do the fixing. Let me read it again, because maybe I didn't hear it. Isaiah 2 and 12. This is what I read earlier. For the day of the Lord of hosts. Y'all know what what that means, Lord of hosts mean? The word host means armies. He's the master of armies. So we're talking about a man of war. If anybody knows war, it's our God. He said, for the day of the Lord of hosts shall be upon everyone that is proud. Can't make this up. And lofty. And upon everyone that is lifted up, and he shall be brought low. And matter of fact, I got to read this too now, because it's making so much sense. I'm in the book of Revelations. Look, Revelations. Oh man, this just came. Revelations, I believe, 18. Look at this. Revelations 18, I'm going to start at verse 4. Revelations 18, verse 4. Look at this, y'all. It says, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, because I'm getting ready to do the humbling. I'm about to humble this place, humble y'all, humble everything. It says, that ye be not partakers of her sins, the daughter of Babylon, and that ye receive not of her plagues. For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities. Look at this, verse 6. Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. Look at verse 7. This is the kicker right here. How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously, so much torment and sorrow give her. For she hath said in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Therefore shall her plagues come in one day, death and mourning and famine, and she shall be utterly burnt with fire. For what? For strong is the Lord who judgeth her. Can't make this up. Can't make this up even if you tried. So what we seeing right now on this earth is the beginning of the great humbling. I'm telling y'all, it's coming, and we have to get ourselves right. You black, brown, and Hispanic people, get yourself in order. My younger brothers, get yourself in order. Get yourself right. Become a man. My younger sisters, get yourself right. Become women. Woman of the Most High. The woman of the Most High is pleasant, discreet, soft-spoken, submissive. Yes, I said the word submissive. Fight me. Nah, don't fight me. Don't fight me. But listen, we have to get back to this. It's important because the humbling is coming soon. We're at the tail end at this. We got the daughter of Babylon about to run the daughter of Babylon. Listen, it's getting crazy. We got the robots coming to take your jobs. Then what? Then what? Then what, brothers and sisters? Listen, man, it's going down, and we don't want to be going down with the ship. I don't know about y'all. Huh? Hold on. Let me do this as well, too. I want you guys to understand. Let me pull this up on the screen. Give me one second. Let me put this on the screen, brothers and sisters. And continue, please. Y'all, you guys did such a great job hitting that like button. All praises be to the Most High. Thank you guys for tuning in and coming in and checking in this conversation. And I hope this conversation was fruitful and it was a blessing to you all. And understand, like, listen, we got to get ourselves right. Most High is getting ready to do the humbling of our people. And it's coming fast. It's coming fast. And we seeing it happen. So it's best that we it's best that we it's best that we get right or get left behind. And once again, I want you guys to understand that this episode was brought to you by the Hebrew and Bible Academy. Yes, the Hebrew and Bible Academy. If you haven't enrolled, is not too late. Today is what? August 1st. The new academy starts this Sunday on the 4th, right? 9 a.m. Just send an email to historytimes.org, man. Send an email to historytimes.org and you'll be enrolled. Listen, you don't want to miss it, man. Listen, you'll be able to go back and forth into this Bible. You'll be able to break down precept upon precept. You'll be able to understand all of the empires that ever reigned on this earth. You'll know the battle between Jacob and Esau and the wars of Christianity and what it is and the origin of it. Listen, man, you don't want to miss out on this upcoming academy. So visit historytimes.org, send an email, enroll. You still got time. Class number 1, week 1 is this Sunday, brothers and sisters. So do your best. Enroll if you can. Oh, man. But I thank you guys. And I also want to say this too, like what the Most High is doing, how he's changing. I could see how he's doing it. We see these conversations happen, and we see a lot of us is coming back to the Most High. We see a lot of young marriages that's taking place within our church, and we see the children that are coming out of these marriages, right? And even for myself, like with my children, like, yo, the Most High blessed me with 2 boys, right? I got a 10-year-old and a 6-year-old, right? The Most High said to me, it's not it for you, young fella. Hold on. The Most High said, it's not done for you, young fella. So, I can share this with y'all because y'all family, right? So, the Most High sent into the into the womb of my wife another man child. And I'm talking like I had nothing to do with it. But listen, I said all that to say because, like, in my mind, I said to myself, I'm done with trying to have children, or I'm done. And 2 is good enough. But the Most High had a need for this child to be in this earth. So praise the Most High that I'll be expecting really soon my 3rd child, right? Which is another man child. And, the Most High didn't give me no girls, just gave me man children. So I believe that there's a reason for that. And I do believe the Most High found me fit. Like, you know what? I need you to bring forth another man child. I'm going to send this man child so you can help raise him because we need more men like you, Hazak. So all praises be to the Most High for that. And like I said, these children is not our children. He's sending these children to us to help raise them for him. They're next. They're the kingdom. So I'm so happy and I'm so excited that the Most High is allowing us to have these conversations to repair what's broken with our people. I mean, good Lord, like, if these conversations need to be had, and we're having them, and it shouldn't be any offenses. It shouldn't be you should have never spoke to me this way. Sometimes you have to say it how it is. Sometimes you have to say it as it is. Let me tell you why. I'm gonna read this last scripture and then I'm gonna get out y'all way, right? Hold on real quick, right? So, let me get this scripture for you real quick. It's in the Apocrypha. No, not this one. Let me get this scripture for you. Give me 1 second. I gotta pull it out. The reason why I'm saying what I'm saying. Let me find it for you real quick. One second. Give me 1 second. Let me find this for you. Well, I'll come back to it. There's a reason why I'm saying what I'm saying. I just got to find this scripture for y'all because I want to get out y'all way, but I want to read this. Is it this? Let me find it real quick. All right. let's see. I'm in the book of Sirach, right? In the Apocrypha or Ecclesiasticus, right? All right. I'm in Sirach, chapter 42. I found it, right? Listen to this clearly. And this is what, and I'm reading the scripture to say what I'm saying now. Sirach 42, or Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 14. It says, better is the churlishness. Y'all know what the word churlishness mean? Let me pull it up. Let me pull up the definition for y'all so y'all can see it as well too. So y'all can know I'm not just talking. Let me pull up the e-sword so you guys could see it, so I could give y'all the definition as I'm reading it. We in the Webster's. Let me find it for you. So churlishness. And I'm gonna read it all out for y'all. Okay, they don't got it. They don't got that one there. Let me do it like this. All right. So it says, I'm gonna read the full scripture out, then I'm gonna give y'all the definition there. So it says, Sirach 42 and 14, it says, better is the churlishness of a man than a courteous woman. A woman, I say, that bringeth shame and reproach. So y'all know what churlishness is? The word churlish, let me pull it up on the screen for y'all. Hopefully y'all can see it. I'm having a hard time expanding it, but right here, churlish. Right? The word churlish is rude, surely, austere, meaning stern, sullen, rough in temper, unfeeling, uncivil. Right? I like this one right here. Hard, firm, abstinent. You can't be moved. So sometimes the churlishness of a man is actually needed according to scriptures. Christ was an austere man. Christ didn't care about feelings. Christ told you what it was, and it's up to you to fix it, whether you liked it or not. And this is the kind of men that the Most High need. Now, I'm not talking about, and I'm not nowhere am I saying or condoning that men supposed to be rude all the time to women or to all people. No, you're not supposed to be rude, but you're supposed to be firm. You're supposed to be strong in your response. You're supposed to be sure as a man. I guess, I think. Nah. What? Can you imagine Christ moving like that? Christ, you gonna heal this man? I think. Can you imagine the disciples in the boat and they about to sink and they calling for him, Yeshua, Christ, we about to sink. And he wake up out here sleeping to us. What you want me to do? Nah, as a man, you got to take charge. You got to be stern. You got to be firm. So that's what the scripture says. Better is the churlishness of a man than a courteous woman. I'd rather you be straight with me. Shoot straight with me. And this is the time that we're in. We not in the time where I got to sugarcoat or I should sugarcoat because I don't know who I may hurt. Nah, I'm going to speak truth, and whoever receives it, receives it. And if you don't receive it, it wasn't for you. But if you did receive it, then the Most High has put it on your spirit to make a change. That's how it works. So like I said, the humbling of our people is on its way. The Most High is already gearing it up. And it's why he's sending teachers to help correct, and he's making you correct as much as you can, because at that time when the haughtiness and the loftiness of man is brought low, at that day, only the Most High will be exalted. So everything that you have accomplished, all the money you think you have, all these prized possessions that's making you feel up here, it's not gonna mean nothing when the Most High get through with this place, or with us, right? So that's my time for y'all, man. All praises be to the Most High, man. I really enjoyed bringing this out. I really hope you guys did as well too. And do me a favor, share this content with your friends and family, all right? And maybe, hopefully, if it be the Most High will, next week we could probably have a conversation about this. But as of right now, this is my time.
You could be anywhere in the world, but you're now tuned into the Born of Levi experience.
Yes, it's been fun. Thank you for tuning into the Born of Levi experience here on G.O.C.C. Media. I am your host, Deacon Hazak, and I'm out of here. All praises be to the Most High. Stay prayed up, sin not. Enjoy the Sabbath. Well, Sabbath is coming up. Enjoy your day tomorrow, your prep day, right? And enjoy the Sabbath. Make sure you guys get some rest, and make sure you keep the Most High first, all right? We say it all the time, but really keep it in your mind. Keep him first in your conversations, right? In everything, right? Put him first, right? And like Christ said, if you have done it to the less of these, my brethren, you have done it unto me. Let that sink in, right? All praises be to the Most High. This is my time for tonight. And I appreciate you guys for tuning in and keeping this going. But I'm out of here. Got a long day tomorrow, and I got to get some rest. But I do love y'all. Keep me in your prayers. I'll do the same. And I'll see y'all next week if it be the Most High's will. Shalom. Peace. Bless you all.